Ramble.
Thank you to Jenny Kane, BetterHelp, Honey, and Huzzah for sponsoring this episode. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes, we are very, very excited today. As you can tell, it is part 2 of our Ask an Expert makeup artist episode. Multiple episodes. Anywho,
We've
we're
turned
all
it into
here.
a series.
We've turned it into a series. We may just keep going with it.
Yeah.
We are all here. I am Ariel, one of your hosts, and sitting with me today is Maggie.
Hi.
Rachel.
Hello.
And of course, our expert Becky.
Hi, everybody.
So we decided to split this into 2 episodes because last week we were talking all about skincare and we were going to do skincare and makeup, but we just went off on a tangent on skincare. And so we decided that we would save all of our makeup questions for this week. And let's get this started.
Some people have jobs where you're like, oh yeah, that's interesting. And then other people have jobs and expertise where you're like, tell me everything and help me improve my life, Becky. And this is one of them.
How often do you guys text Becky when you're like at Sephora or something like that?
I'm like, tell me what to buy.
Yeah, me too.
Tell me what to buy.
And whenever we have events, like, I don't know what it is about Becky and blush applicator, but I'm like, Becky, just, I know that
Maggie's favorite question.
my favorite, she just knows how to shade me in so beautifully. Like, if I do it, it's just, you know, when someone like makes you food and it's just like so much better when somebody else makes you food. It's the same thing with Becky and blush. It's so much better when she just puts her little cherry on top of my beat.
The Becky touch.
Do you guys remember when my mom was getting a glow up like 2 years ago?
Yes.
And she got a David Dang haircut.
Yes.
And then we like scheduled Becky to come and talk to her all about like how to do her makeup. Because
it was very cute.
She was just like, I don't know how to do my makeup, you know? And so we like, you know, just sort of walked through like, what do I do? How do I make my eyes look bigger? How do I do this? How do I do that?
Becky, how do we get this on the schedule?
Yeah, text me.
Okay, come on over.
We'll do some consults.
Yeah, I'll open the wine. We'll consult.
Easy.
Let's go.
When I'm doing my eyebrows in the morning, I always think they should be sisters, not twins. Sisters, not twins. Because that's what Becky taught us.
Yeah. They just need one parent that's the same.
Yeah.
You know?
They could be my twins.
They're very different. They're
Yeah,
very
that's
different.
Sisters.
Be fraternal twins.
Well, who wants to start us off with our makeup questions? Do you guys want to start off with questions from the audience, or do you want to start with your own questions?
And we also have show and tell.
we have show and tell. Yes,
Yeah.
Becky, do you want to tell everybody what you asked us to bring?
Yeah. So we were, we didn't know. Sometimes with the questions, we're like, is this going to be enough for the episode? Is it not going to be enough for the episode? So we were thinking of an extra segment to add in. So everyone brought today a favorite makeup product. It doesn't have to be something that they use every single day, but it's something that Ariel's like, I brought her my whole
I just got the whole thing.
My makeup bag is also monogrammed with my initials in gold.
Cute.
I wish I had brought it.
I
Great
do.
minds.
Yes. I got this for Christmas last year, maybe 2 years ago. And it fits everything, and I love it.
I love your 3 initials together.
Really?
AMF.
These weren't always my 3 initials, but yes, I love them too.
Yes.
Anywho, who wants to go first?
Miles wants to go first.
Miles would like to go first.
Well, Miles does ask me questions sometimes. Yes. I made him a little care package once.
Aw.
Wait, go on.
Oh.
Skincare. He was like, oh, what should I use? Should I do this? And I had a bunch of stuff at home that was like leftover PR. And I made him a little card and was like, use this in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Improve our lives, please.
I know, seriously.
We're willing recipients. Okay. Ariel, why don't you show us your favorite makeup product?
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite makeup product right now, which I do use every day, multiple times a day, you guys, is this little concealer stick.
Is that Clou de Peau?
Yes, Clé de Peau Beauté.
Wait, say that again.
I believe it's
I don't really know how to say it. I think it's
Clé de Peau Beauté.
Okay.
Anyway, it's French, and it's like
very cute.
I wish I spoke better French. I think it's like something of the skin beauty.
Okay.
Anywho.
Why is it your fave?
Because it like sometimes all I wear is concealer. You just put it on under your eyes. But this one is truly the best concealer that I have found.
Okay.
I used to do the ones with the little sponge on the end where you just like put it under your eye. And I actually, I didn't like the way that foundation looked. And so I would only put on a bunch of concealer on like, because I get like redness or, you know, like dark spots, or I am a pimple popper. So I get like acne scars. I can't help it. I've just been like that since I was a kid.
I gotta pick.
Yeah.
It's been like that since I was a kid. So I use this and I just use it all over my face. And I used to use the other stuff all over my face and I would just sort of blend it in. But this one blends so well. So well.
Okay.
And it's like silky and it stays. And it's in a stick, which I love.
Love
And
stick.
I just color on my face.
Yeah.
Who else brought a show and tell?
I didn't bring it, but it's in the mail because I just ran out. But I love doing my eyebrows. I think it's the thing that if I'm not going to do any makeup that day, I'll just like curl my eyelashes and just fill in my brows. But I use the Anastasia brow wax. I found that a lot of the clear, it's really hard to find clear brow gel in stores. I feel like they always have like the brown version. I have a lot of like hair that grows above my eyebrows that are just like, it's almost like peach fuzz. So when I use the colored tinted one, it kind of sticks to those hairs and it looks like a continuation of my eyebrows. So I like the clear one. So I really like filling in my eyebrows with like a pencil or like some sort of like pigment of some sort. And then I just use one of those spoolies to kind of blend it up. And
Gives you a little bit more control.
yeah. And I use the spoolie, you kind of like pull it in like a clock method. So you go up right at the base of the brow and then you kind of make your way up. But that's like my favorite.
I wish I had enough hair in my eyebrows to do that.
Yeah. The thing that I struggle with is like any of the brow gels that I do use, like the Anastasia brow wax is really good because it holds it in place. Anytime I use anything thinner, my eyebrows are just kind of by the middle of the day, they're just like, wee. I'm like erratic Eugene Levy vibes.
I wish.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. That's my favorite. What about you guys?
I brought mine. I have this in my bag at almost all times. It's like just a little pinky guy, and I put it on my cheeks and lips and sometimes above my eyes. Yeah. It's just like, if I don't wear makeup, I'm still usually wearing sunscreen. And I consider sunscreen to be like foundation sometimes. I'm like,
absolutely.
Look,
is it
it's
tinted?
smoothed over. No, it just smoothed over everything. And it's a little bit white, not super white, but like a little bit creamy. And so it takes like, it makes everything one color. And so then I just like bring myself back to life with this.
She takes her Oleoyoso lip and lid balm.
Love it. And then I'll use like the little extra on my fingers and be like, And then I just feel like I look like less like a vampire. Yeah. More alive.
I love that it has a shimmer to it too. And it just looks like such
It's so nice.
fun packaging.
I'm also a really big sucker for packaging. You know, that's how I got swooned by Drunk Elephant. The packaging is the cutest, but we don't love them.
We don't stand Drunk Elephant.
I'm so sorry. I can get off. You're just gonna have to provide me with some alternatives, which I would love.
No problem.
I think I didn't get swayed by the products. I got swayed by the cute ass packaging.
Yeah.
I mean, that
with
is
the
a big
bright
reason
colors.
people buy stuff.
You know, I like leaving it out on the counter.
Yeah.
And if it looks cute, like if I like having it in my bag, aesthetics.
Yeah. I also learned with that one, if you put it in your back pocket and you wash your jeans, it'll live. It lives. I wouldn't. What? It survived. It survived. I would not, because I have that in like a tea color, like it's called like tea rose or something. I don't put it on my mouth anymore because I'm like, I don't know what happened to this, but I put it on my cheeks every once. Yeah.
It's good to know it's a survivor and thriver.
Yeah.
This one.
Looks like a little sunscreen.
It does.
Yeah.
Where
cute.
do you guys find your makeup? That's one question that
Becky Habersberger.
Yeah. Well, see, that's now where I find my makeup. But, you know, for people who don't have Becky's number saved in their phone, where, like, you know, do most people just go to Sephora and kind of like find the colors that are right for them? Or is it through word of mouth? Like,
I think when I first started, it was whatever my mom used. And then from there, I would just kind of wander into different like makeup stores. But I think it's word of mouth, like whatever your friend uses. And you're like, oh, that looks so good on you. What is that?
Totally.
2020 and 2021 have been really challenging years for everyone. Sometimes it's nice to just have someone to talk to when things come up in life, good, bad, and in between. That's why I love BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment, and you can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not self-help, it is professional counseling done securely online. Send a message to your counselor anytime and you'll get a timely and thoughtful response. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches. There's a broad range of expertise available, and it's more affordable than traditional counseling. Anything you share is confidential.
They offer licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, relationships, sleeping, trauma, family conflicts, so many more. So many people have been using BetterHelp. They're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. And I want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sitwithus. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Or I would just find a brand that I liked and I would just buy whatever from that brand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I like Glossier. I don't know that we like them anymore.
And you're such a product junkie. Becky, how do you find brands that you like?
Following people. Instagram, I think, is a really good way to find like different brands. And it's also a really good way to find out like who those brands support and the things that they're doing like in the world. And that's actually how I found my product.
Oh yeah,
Let's see.
I love, so there's this makeup artist. I think she's Jamie Makeup or like Jamie Beauty. I wish I could remember now. Jamie something. Jamie Makeup. If you go to Kaylee Cuoco's Instagram, I love Kaylee Cuoco's makeup. I'm obsessed with her. I love her makeup. I love her hair. I love everything about her. It's her makeup artist.
Okay.
So I started following her, and then she sent me her product that she made, which is called a Blylighter. And it's a blush and a highlighter in one. And the reason that I love it so much is she has like 4 different colors. This was her newest one, Coral. But like I can use it. I put it on my mom when she was visiting. And sometimes things that are like a little dewier, a little shinier, women of a certain age don't want to wear that anymore because they find it accentuates quote unquote wrinkles or whatever it is that they're trying to hide.
I hear you.
But for all those moms that think that, okay, that's what glitter does. That's not what shine does.
Are you saying
it can be shiny without being glittery, and that's what this is.
We're not supposed to be wearing glitter every day?
No. Some women of a certain age have been told by YouTube that they can't wear glitter, that they can't wear red lipstick, that they can't wear
red lipstick is the thing everyone can wear.
Red lipstick is ageless.
Yeah. Red lipstick is like,
but people get that in their head. And like when I was working at Lancome, I would, we had people come in and get their makeup done for events and whatever. The number one thing that women who are probably like over 50 would be like, I don't want anything shiny. I want everything to be matte. And I'd be like, man, you're going to look dead.
Yeah.
You're literally just going to look dead. You have to let me just show you a little bit. And that's how you work them into it. We'll just do a little bit. And then we could always take it away.
Touch. Yeah.
Always take it away.
Wait, so is that a cream or is it a powder?
So this is
I love that packaging, by the way.
I know. She's so cute. So this is the cream.
Beautiful.
And I love that it doesn't have a mirror. This little thing can pop out so you can still recycle it.
Okay.
Because heads up, if things have mirrors, don't put them in the recycling. It can't be recycled.
Good to know.
But yeah, it's really nice because you can never overdo it. If you ever put too much blush on, which was like the Midwestern thing to do, it's just like going insane with blush, which I still love. But if you ever do too much, it's so easy to just blend it out. Yeah. And it's great if you're wearing no makeup, if you're having like a no makeup day. And it's great if you're wearing a full face, like getting ready for like big glam.
No makeup
it's
day,
great.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Yeah, whatever your preference is, it fits it. And I think it fits a lot of age groups. And she did a really good job formulating the colors so that there's multiple shade ranges.
Yeah.
Even though it is only like 4 or 5 colors. They're very pigmented.
Good.
So a bly lighter.
Bly lighter is what she
The
calls
name is
it.
so fun.
Yeah.
Bly lighter.
Yeah.
Bly lighter.
I don't wear highlighter. I wear bronzer and blush because
Is
I
bronzer not a highlighter?
It can be if
It's so shiny.
I feel
No,
like
it's
it's
not.
the opposite.
Oh, it's a
like
low lighter?
Yeah, it makes the area. Becky, why don't you tell us what it does?
I was like, maybe.
A soft no.
A soft no. A soft no.
That's
because
near.
so the one that's going to carve out your cheek is going to be a product that's specifically for contour. So that's going to have like typically a darker brown color that's a little muddier, and it's going to imitate a shadow. What bronzer does is you do want to put it on the high points of your face too. It's because it's imitating the sun. It's where the sun would hit you. But it became a big sort of thing on YouTube and, the internet in the last couple of years to do just bronzer to carve out your cheeks. So you could do it with a darker shade.
Yes.
But typically you'll find bronzers are going to be more like orange, warm toned, as opposed to being the sort of dark, like the color of the table you could use for a contour because you want it to mimic shadows.
I don't even go there. I just
You don't
stay
have
away.
to.
I just stay away.
Yeah.
I don't have the skills to support it.
I don't think I do either.
Well, how often do you practice?
Yeah.
Never.
Then
Never,
there you
Becky.
go.
I need to take a class first before I can practice.
You can YouTube, baby.
I know.
YouTube.
I could.
There was a period of time where I had a cream contour thing because I was like, okay, well, I should get into contouring because I'm on camera all the time and I really want that like contoured look to my face, because when I look at myself in the mirror, that's what I like to see. I like to see the cheekbones, and so I tried doing the cream contour, and it was the worst thing that has ever happened to me because I don't blend.
You gotta
It's
blend.
just the line.
It's just the line, and I think I like tried to wear it for maybe 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the stick that I was using, it got like hard, and so then it was even harder to blend. And I was just like, why am I doing this? It was that was one of the low points in my makeup career.
It's cream contour.
Yeah, I still have photos from like my flip phone era when I used to try and do like intense cheekbone contour. Yeah. And you can just see because like the contrast on it was so bad. And you just see a line and I was like, oh my God, who let me out of the house?
You did.
I did. It was you. I know. I probably didn't have like the best lighting in my bathroom either. In a dorm room.
Becky, is there like one thing that you see sometimes and you're just like, oh no.
One cardinal sin.
Yeah, one
Cardinal sin?
No, really.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because I think makeup's so individual. Like, I know people who rock like wearing zero makeup, and then I also have friends who like beat their face for like 2 hours and they look, flawless.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's what I like currently about makeup is that kids are starting to like not go with what we were taught when we were younger, which was sort of a very traditional way to do makeup. Now kids are like, I'm going to draw with this white liner and make a graphic eye, and I'm going to wear that to the mall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I saw a girl on TikTok. I really like the way she does, like, she'll stick her fingers into different pigments and then she'll just do a swipe like over her eye, and she'll like do these really harsh
I've
sort
seen
of
her.
lines, almost like she's painting on her face, and it just looks so cool.
Yeah, but that's just her makeup.
Yeah. That's just her, like, her thing. And I'm like, I love that.
That's so cool.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, have you guys ever considered doing something like a little bit more avant-garde?
Avant-garde makeup is definitely a thing.
Yeah. Because from my perspective, I feel like I stay within my comfort zone, and going out of my comfort zone is maybe putting on a little bit of eye makeup, so even for an event or something like that, I have like a go-to, and it's sort of like I'll do a darker eye or something like that, but colors and like the more sort of out there stuff or stuff that I feel like looks like makeup, that has never been something that like I was comfortable with. And so the fact that people are becoming more and more and more comfortable with that, think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's so
It's
fun.
so fun.
Yeah, so fun.
Very creative.
We all are at home. We're all shopping online, and we've seen that promo code field taunt us at the checkout. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds for your cart.
Imagine you are shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds and Honey searches for the coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you just watch the prices drop.
So I was looking on Honey the other day for a coupon for some headphones, and Honey didn't have that for me. But what they did have was gold, baby. They gave me some gold, and I used that Honey Gold to buy a gift card. And now with that gift card, I'm saving money, baby.
Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's a lot of dollars. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight missing out on free savings. It is literally free and it installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. So get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/sitwithus. That's joinhoney.com/sitwithus. Well, should we get to some of our questions?
Yeah.
Help a lazy girl out. I typically skip makeup, but I do want to find a lazy routine. What are your tips?
Lazy routine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be different depending on what is lazy for you or what you're comfortable with. But I would say everyone should have at least an eyebrow product, whether it's clear, just to keep those brows in line. So like one swipe of something. Mascara. I think everyone should have a mascara because it just kind of opens up your eyes a little bit. Doesn't have to be crazy expensive. It could be like a little drugstore. That's fine. And then a lip balm, a tinted lip balm. Easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy. And if you're really feeling, lazy, take that tinted lip balm and just give it a swipe on the cheeks. Give it a go. You'll have that French girl look. That's why French women look beautiful all the time.
They
always
put lip
match
balm on their-
They do their lipstick on their cheeks and they just match everything in this very chic way. I want to be French so bad.
I know.
I know.
But it's the wanting to be French that makes us not French. Like we desire it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't be French, Becky. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I would say those are the lazy, easy. It'll take you less than 5 minutes to do those things.
Okay. Mascara, brows,
lips.
lips.
Yeah.
Can be a lip balm. You can get all of that at the drugstore.
Yep.
What is the best way to remove makeup, in your opinion? Because I've seen so many different ways. I feel like people approach it differently depending on what they're wearing, how heavy their makeup was today. But let's say I am getting back from the prom.
Getting back from the prom.
And I have very dark eyeshadow.
Okay.
What should I do?
So I would say, and I guess what? I do have one thing that I wish people would not do. Just throw out your makeup wipes. Just use them for something else and then throw them out. They are so bad for the environment. They're so harsh on your skin. Just get rid of your makeup wipes. You can use reusable sheets. You could use
towels,
even little cotton, whatever. Just not the makeup wipes.
They're bad for everybody.
Yeah, bad for everybody involved. But I think the thing that I've seen helps the most people is a double cleanse.
Yes.
So you would use your oil, remove the makeup that way. I always just start with plain water. I just take water and see whatever will come off with that. Then you take an oil, do your little oil.
And you're putting just an oil on to get it off, or an oil cleanser?
You can use just an oil. Like I have friends that use just coconut oil. Some people use jojoba oil, or you can use a specific oil cleanser.
Okay.
And then you'll want to go in with your regular cleanser.
Right.
And usually the good test of how well you did on washing your face is if you're using some sort of toner afterwards. When you do that swipe, it should be clean.
If it comes off and you've got a little bit of brown,
There's a little something
you gotta go
extra
wash
in there.
again.
Yeah. You gotta pop back in and then
Guilty.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah. There's sometimes where I'll have a light towel and I'll be like, I got all my makeup off. And then I go like this and I take it off and I'm like,
No, I didn't.
I did not.
no, I didn't. It wants to hang out.
What do you guys use? What do you do to get your makeup off?
I use a gel. Yeah. I use a gel, and sometimes I'll do that one first and then I'll do a second one if I'm wearing makeup. But usually on my just regular days, the gel's enough to get pretty much everything off.
And do you do anything specific for like the eye area?
Mine is tear safe.
Oh, okay.
What about you?
Yeah. I've been using this like non-soap cleanser since college called Aquanil. And so Ned and I just use that. We have like a big old, size pump of it, and we just pump a couple pumps and then wash. But I used to wear this mascara from, I forget now. Anywho, but it wouldn't come off when I washed my face. So I had to use a special eye makeup cleanser. And I found that it really aggravated my eye. And so I switched to I actually switched to the Ilia mascara. Oh, and that comes off when I just wash my face. Oh my gosh. It is night and day. I'm so happy that it just comes off when I wash my face and I don't have to scrub my eyes anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yep.
So now I just double wash my face with that and then put on my I don't actually use toner, so I don't get that satisfying swipe of off my face.
All right. Can you talk about skin texture and makeup?
I think a lot of people will, I think it comes from seeing people with either filters or even like people on the red carpet when they see like red carpet makeup and they're like, oh my God, their skin looks amazing. It's whatever. It's lighting. You always have to remember it's lighting. And then something that I try and remind, at least when I was working in retail, makeup is not going to cover texture. It'll cover redness. But if you have a blemish, a mole, scar healing, it's not, you're still going to be able to see that underneath because it's not going to fix the texture. There are things you can do if you're like, if you want to be super involved with it. There's like different highlighting and shadowing that you can do to make it look smaller, but makeup will never cover texture. So yeah, I guess just reminding people when you see these celebrities on like red carpets or you see people, even us on camera, like we have two giant lights facing us right now.
Oh, lighting is
huge to, how your makeup looks. So
if you look bad in a selfie, do like a 160. See if you look better.
Yeah, go outside and take a picture. Your front camera versus your rear camera makes a difference.
Face the window. Just stand next to the window.
It's so many different things will change the way the texture looks in a picture. But if you're not liking the texture on your skin or your makeup with skin texture when you're just out in the world, a big reason for that could be if you're using an oil or water-based primer with the opposite type of foundation.
Oh,
interesting.
Like oil-based primer and oil-based foundation go together.
Yeah.
And considered.
Never something I ever thought of.
Nope.
So if you ever see it like separating a little bit, usually that's what it is. You can also always like if you're ever looking cakey, it's typically because you put too much on. But you can always take it back. Like if I ever have went too hard on a powder, just wet your beauty blender or sponge. It's the exact same thing. They are the same thing. And tap that on your face and it'll soak up the extra makeup.
Okay.
And it'll leave the pigment.
Oh, that's a good that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I always wonder because I sometimes just like beat the crap out of like my T-zone. I was like, oh gosh, you're oily today.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I went too far.
Yeah. Or you could do a little spritz and then take a dry beauty blender and it'll take the same amount off.
Okay.
Yeah. You can always go back.
Love that.
Always go back. Maybe not on like a really dark smoky eye. That might take you a minute. So always start with your eyes.
But I have a question that is regarding like the order that you do things in.
Okay.
Because I feel like whenever I get my makeup done, they do my concealer last. Is that something that makeup artists do? Because I always do my concealer first.
Yeah, it depends on like who's doing it and if they're like like when I worked for Lancome, we had to do certain things first.
Okay.
When I do makeup on my own, like So when I worked for Lancome, we had to do face first. And I always do face last if you're doing. Yeah, because you want to make sure the skincare has time to like settle into the skin. And then the reason that they do your concealer last is because if they do something heavy on your eyes or anything like flakes down, all they have to do is wipe it away and then apply the concealer.
Nice.
Yeah. But whatever works for you. If it works for you to put your concealer on first, put it on first, baby. If it works for you to put it on last,
There are no rules here other than no makeup wipes.
Other than no makeup wipes. That's our only rule. Makeup wipes cannot sit with us.
Yeah.
No
Makeup wipes.
they're out of here.
It's getting warmer in LA. Things are getting hotter. Summer's coming up soon. And you know what? The best thing you can reach for in that hot, hot summer heat is a Huzzah, a bold probiotic seltzer with benefits.
With added probiotics and 3 grams of sugar or less, Huzzah tastes like the sunshine in a can. Huzzah adds probiotics to their seltzer to help support a healthy gut. Tasty and exhilarating when chilled, but non-perishable. You can store it at room temperature.
Pump up your senses with 3 vibrant flavors, all low on sugar and 15 calories or less. They got 3 flavors: raspberry and lemon, strawberry hibiscus, and my favorite, the juicy pear. Yeah, I really like drinking these after work, and they're just really tasty. Get your cooler ready and stock up on Huzzah Probiotic Seltzer by using code SITWITHUS for 20% off your order at drinkhuzzah.com. That's code SITWITHUS for 20% off at drinkhuzzah.com.
Favorite sustainable makeup with refillable containers or recyclable containers?
If you're looking to go like true, like low waste, you know, not having anything, I would go with a brand called Axiology. They do essentially what that oleoso is, but in not cardboard, but it's held in paper, and then it comes in a cardboard box that you keep it in. So there's no packaging, and you sharpen it, and you basically can use it on your lips, eyes, and cheeks.
Cool.
So I think that's probably my favorite brand. But there are other brands out there, like Kierra Weiss has refills. Her brand is definitely like a luxury brand. It is quite expensive, but it's pretty comparable to like an Estee Lauder type pricing. And then, for eyeshadow, I would definitely, if you're like an eyeshadow palette person, like we were talking about with the compacts that have mirrors are not recyclable. There's a company called Aether Beauty, and you can find them in Sephora. I don't know if you can find Axiology in Sephora. But you can definitely find Aether Beauty in Sephora. But they do a fully recyclable compact or eyeshadow palette. No mirror, no plastic on it. And everything just pops out.
It is amazing how expensive makeup can be. Because it's not a cost I usually have much of in my life. I was just like filling up a Sephora cart just for fun the other day. And all of a sudden I was like, $200? I have like 6 things in here. What is happening?
It adds up fast.
It added up so fast that I just quit out of the whole window and was like, I'm out. I live without this. I don't need that.
I feel like there's like nothing under $20. You know, when you're
it's hard.
when you're
it's really tough.
buying makeup. And we keep talking about Sephora, but are there alternatives? And I mean, I know that you worked in the industry for a while, and you were probably going to a bunch of different stores. Do you prefer one store over another? I mean, I know there's Sephora versus Ulta, and it's all.
Is one of them Whole Foods and one of them Trader Joe's?
Right.
Which is which?
Does it have to do with like where you grew up? You know, because I have a friend who grew up next to an Ulta, and she's like, I never go to Sephora.
Yeah, I didn't have Sephoras where in the town that I was from. We didn't get our first Sephora until I was in college. So I only shopped at Ulta. I thought that's just where people got makeup.
I only shopped at Walgreens. We did not have that.
Drugs,
Same.
CVS.
I was young.
Same.
Easy.
It's just a grocery store.
Hello. That's what we used.
Yeah, I love Sephora. I shop on Sephora a lot. I think they have a really good points program.
Yes.
Same with Ulta. Credo Beauty is a really good store. That's also where you'll be able to find Axiology if you're looking for that one. There are like professional stores where if you wanted to get like here in LA, you could go to Namie's or Nigel's. But those are going to be like intense. They even kind of scare me when I go in. I'm like, oh, I don't want to ask anyone anything. I'm scared.
I want to get better at makeup. I have no idea where to start. How do I start getting good at applying makeup?
Practice, baby.
Yeah.
You got to practice. I remember that was a big question when I was working in malls, was like, how do I do liquid eyeliner? I really want to do
Becky,
liquid eyeliner.
How do we do liquid eyeliner?
How often do you practice doing your liquid eyeliner?
Yep.
Do you own a liquid eyeliner?
I do.
Oh, see, I don't.
Yeah.
You can't start practicing the night of the prom.
Yeah, that's when I practice. It's like, oh, we're having a company holiday
Yeah.
party.
Let me try.
Let's put it
5
on.
minutes left
Okay,
till I gotta go.
Let me lick my finger and try and fix it.
Yeah.
And that's why I always do a smoky eye. It's because I inevitably mess up and then I just rub it.
Yeah.
Just smudge it.
I used Scotch tape.
Yeah.
Did your eyelashes come out?
No. You just
do
on the
side.
corner.
You do the corner. You kind of line them
Yeah.
up just so that at least the points are even. Sometimes like leading up to it.
For like a cat eye sort
yeah.
of? Okay.
I've used Scotch
Okay.
tape.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use a fork, you can use a spoon.
Yeah.
They have little stamps out there now. I do recommend looking. Katie Jane Hughes on Instagram does an amazing tutorial for how to do liquid cat eye on a hooded eye, which is like what people are always, they're like, why is it transferring up here? Why am I getting this all over the place?
Because when they open it, it touches.
Yes. So when
Got
I open
it.
it's going to touch and it's going to transfer. But she has a really, really good tutorial for making this sort of bat wing
Okay.
eye, where when you're looking straight forward at someone, it looks just like a normal cat eye. But then when you look down, it's more of like kind of a cool graphic eye.
Wow.
But she's a super, super huge celebrity makeup artist, huge makeup artist in her own right. But she has really good tutorials.
Okay.
But you have to practice not when you're going out. You know, like
The world's opening up again. We're
gotta
full of
practice
the
just
vaccine.
at home.
Yeah.
We got to practice our makeup looks so we
Yeah.
can re-enter society.
yeah.
What's the most fun makeup look you've ever done on yourself or someone else?
I mean, in school, it was really fun doing special effects. Not that I wanted. Once I started doing that, I was like, oh, never mind. That's not what I want to do. This is very intense. But yeah, I think the special effects makeup was always really fun. Like doing blood and gore and cuts and bruises. And when you could use, like essentially like a molding clay type thing to make like a pus and you could pop it. I liked making things that could move, or like when you took a knife to it, you could cut it and it would bleed.
Oh my God.
Do you ever want to do that again?
No.
Wait, so you put like a layer of like silicone or something?
Yeah, they
like-
have like, there's like mixing mediums that you use that essentially make like you can use liquid latex and things
you
like
fill
that.
it with a liquid and you
You'd
model
fill
that
it with fake blood.
on top.
Yeah.
And then you can really cut it and then it really bleeds.
I want
you
Becky
don't
to do
really
my
bleed,
makeup
but
on
That
Halloween.
is gross.
Yeah. There's some really cool stick-ons that you can get. Just like at I think Nigel's and Amy's all have it and they all ship online. But if you're ever looking to do like cool, quick special effects makeup, you just need that with a little bit of like liquid latex to help it stick. And it just goes like, shoop, and you stick it right on. It's so easy. It's so fun. Yeah.
Wow.
You don't have to go like building your own prosthetics and whatnot. Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't have to do a mold.
You don't have to.
Yeah. You could. That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
Yeah, but there's some cool YouTube videos on how to do like some really neat looks.
What's a really good go-to night out look?
I mean, again, very personal. You can, I would say my night out look is basically just my daytime makeup with some eyeliner. That's what I'll do. That's like as far as I can get with it.
Shinier at night? Like more
Oh, I go shiny all the time, baby.
you're so dewy. You're so
I
shiny.
love to be
dewy.
wet.
Love that.
I like to look wet on my face.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I find that like matte makeup tends to last longer. So if I was doing makeup on someone that was going out for the night, I would probably top them with some matte powder or a setting spray. Yeah.
Speaking of looking wet, I'm going to dig in my bag real quick because I got this because the reviews were so good, but I don't know what the frick to do with it.
Chanel.
Yes. Okay. It is transparent balm essential. So it's essential. It's balm.
balm.
What's it marketed to go on?
I don't know. I thought that it was like a highlighter.
Probably. Yeah.
And so
I love how Ariel's like, the reviews are great.
I put it on and it just makes me look
do I do with it?
wet.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, can you put some on?
Yes.
A live tutorial.
Okay, so I usually put it here because this is where I believe that I want to look wet, because this is where I used to put highlighter.
Yeah.
And then I also put some here on. So
I feel like we're on Vogue right now.
Yeah, I know.
Ariel's
So
like
for,
getting ready
so
with
for
it.
those of you that are listening, I'm putting this. Basically, it looks like lip balm, like expensive lip balm.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on the like tops of my cheekbones and on my brow bones.
Yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, 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 tap,
Tap,
tap.
tap, tap. But I hesitate to wear highlighter because I remember there was one time when I was
Looks good from
into-
here.
I think it
Yeah,
looks
it
nice.
does. Yeah.
Okay, it makes me look dewy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
But
I'll
do you
do
want to
some.
know a dupe for that? Because
Yes.
Chanel is mucho
Expensive.
money.
Yes.
Tower 28.
Uh-huh.
They're like, I think it's called like No Dew or No Shine Balm.
Uh-huh.
It's like $17.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it
No Shine
lasts for
Balm?
like 100 years. Yeah, it's basically a clear balm like that comes in a little compact. And there's no glitter or anything.
I
It's
barely
just
touch
glow.
it. I'm like,
And so you guys use clear balm as like a highlighter.
Where is the proper place to put it? Did Ariel do it exactly correct?
Yeah, you want to do it when you're like thinking of like highlighting and contouring. It's all about contour is shadow, so it's going to bring things in. So typically where people will contour is their cheekbones to make it look like they have like a more cut cheekbone. And then highlight is going to bring light to things. So you want it on the high points. You'll do like tops of your cheekbones, your nose. You can do under your brow. And then I heard in one of those Vogue things, someone was like, I forget who said it, but she was a model and she's like, I always put highlighter right at the top of my hairline. And then, I listened to it and started doing that. Yeah. I was like, okay, if this model's doing it, I'll do it.
We all know that I am the epitome of California cool. We all know that I wear Jenny Kane. I wear their slides, I wear their sweaters. I love them. They have those wardrobe must-haves that are reinvigorating my spring style, from breezy basics that I don't take off to sunny day accessories that I will be sporting all season long.
yeah, I got a cashmere sweater from Jenny Kane and I just love the quality and how it's nice to have just an everyday kind of sweater. When it gets too chilly inside, I can throw on my sweater.
So I got the leather mules from Jenny Kane, and I'm so glad that I did because they are such an easy shoe to wear. We are living in this indoor-outdoor world, and I just slip them on when I need to go outside. So easy, so cute.
Jenny Kane believes that getting dressed should be the easiest part of your routine. With polished basics that will never go out of style, they make everyday moments a breeze. Find your forever pieces at jennykane.com and get 15% off your first order when you use code SITWITHUS at checkout. That's JENNIKAYNE.com, promo code SITWITHUS.
Okay, so with that balm, I'm always worried that I'm putting like cream or liquid over because I wear powder blush and powder bronzer. And so if I'm putting a balm over that, is that just going to take it off?
It depends on how much you're touching it. So typically like a good rule of thumb is powders go on powders and creams go on top of creams. So if you're doing, let's say you're doing a liquid or cream foundation, you can go next to a liquid or cream blush contour, and then you would set your face with powder. This if you're doing like, all the steps. And then on top of your powdered now is when you would put on your powder blush or your powder bronzer. If you were layering products in that way. But if you're not doing those, like, if you want to have just like a really quickie routine, it just depends on how much you move it. So because it's like, it's painting. If you put something wet on something dry, you're going to move what's underneath it. Same reason, like when you're doing your concealer, tapping is a little better than rubbing when it comes to makeup, because you're just going to rub it away. It's going to move. Yeah.
And
I put it on and then it went away.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
Or people would ask when it was usually something that I would say women over 50, which was honestly a lot of the clients at Long.
I was going to say,
faces I was
the
doing.
Long makeup counter sounds like a over 50 experience,
yes.
or maybe like their teenage daughters were with them.
Yeah. All very cute and nice. But they always asked me how they get their concealer not to crease. And I would always jokingly go, fillers. That's it. I mean, if you think about your hand, if I put makeup on my knuckle and I'm moving, you have texture there. It's gonna go in it. Makeup's not like impenetrable. There are ways you can get it to like stay a little longer, but just reapplying or touching up is really the kind of key way to go.
Okay.
That's one thing that I'm realizing is that you can't just put on makeup and expect it to be there 8 hours later, and expect it to look the same 8 hours later, because your face is moving.
Yeah.
Right? You have to go into the bathroom and like, I get this thing
Powder
where...
your nose.
And powder your nose. Well, for me, it's like, kind of wiping the concealer out of the creases of my eyes, or wiping the mascara that has transferred to the top of my to the top of my eyebrow. Or like even just sort of rubbing in so my face gets like a little bit dry, so I'll spritz something on, and then I'll kind of just rub my face a little bit to look alive,
Yeah. A little zhuzh.
Yeah.
A little zhuzh.
There was a great article I read last year that was like, all good outfits, this was fashion, but I think it applies to makeup. All good outfits go bad by 3 p.m. You leave the house looking great in the morning, and the act of wearing it throughout the day ruins it. It stretches, it moves, it wrinkles, whatever. Your outfit's bad by 3 p.m. I think your face is too. You get it all ready, and it doesn't last.
Yeah.
But also, who wants something on their face that long?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there are busy working, students and people who are on the go and whatnot. But in reality, if something was going to stay on your face for like 8 to 10 hours, that's going to do some not happy things to your skin. Because if it's not moving, there are things in it that aren't letting moisture come out, and it's not letting moisture come in.
So you don't want
That's
it.
good to know.
You don't want that. Also, let's just talk about it for a second. Everything you're seeing on the internet, that's filters.
Yeah.
That's touch-ups. That's Photoshop. Have you guys seen Dove's newest campaign?
The one where they're not doing like airbrushing.
No, it's the 13-year-old girl.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I saw the back knee one.
It's so sad and so lovely. But it's basically the basis of the campaign is that like they're seeing more and more signs of depression in younger and younger women. And that is in part of the image they feel they need to present to social media. So it's a girl posting a photo, and she looks like 18 or 19. And then they reverse engineer all the photos she put, all the filters she put on it. They reverse engineer all the filters she put on it and the touch-ups you can do on your phone. And they like zoom it back, and it's this very normal looking, albeit stunningly beautiful, but just total normal looking girl sitting alone in her room. And she's very young. She's like 13. And the photo that's presented in the beginning, she looks almost like 18 or 19. And there's just something so sad and heartbreaking about it that people feel the need to put out like a certain kind of image. And they show you all the comments under the photo, and it's like, oh my God, so gorge, I could never, and there she is just sitting by herself looking like a normal human being. And I was like, it's all filters, you guys. We all look kind of normal at the end of the day. Most of us don't look like Kate Moss. And that's good.
Even Kate Moss doesn't look like Kate Moss sometimes.
Those are photoshopped. It's filters. Yeah. So anyways, if you think it looks perfect, it's probably filters.
And I think a good general rule of thumb too is like, I think there's a big trend of either people who wear lots of makeup shitting on people who don't wear makeup, and then there are people who don't wear makeup that shit on people for wearing lots of makeup. And it's like the amount of makeup that you wear during the day is like not a determination of your self-worth. It's that is your personal thing. So like, number one, leave everyone else alone.
Not your business.
None of your business what other people are putting on their faces. And just, it doesn't make you better than someone to wear a lot of makeup, and it doesn't make you better than someone to not wear any makeup.
No, absolutely.
Just a good, reminder.
And I would like to say women do not need to wear makeup to be professional at work. I think that's something that was sort of like pushed on people my age. Men show up without makeup every goddamn day. And they are very professional seeming. And so you don't have to wear mascara, wear makeup in order to be professional at your job.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's definitely a culture of working women who, if you work in an office or something like that and you show up and you're not wearing makeup,
especially in a more corporate world.
Yeah.
Even when I was a waitress, we had to wear makeup. It was in our
that
was in our job descriptions. You have to brush your hair and you have to put makeup on.
Unless you're like talent in a TV series and they're providing someone to do makeup for you while you're at work because they want a certain look, you shouldn't be required to wear makeup.
Like the way that you look should not have anything to do with your job.
We talked about this for a second, but we can get back to it. What's the biggest difference and what are the best substitutes between the luxury brands of makeup and drugstore makeup? Like, what are you buying from your drugstore every time, the best of? And are there any one-for-ones?
I mean, I feel like I'm starting every question with, it's very personal.
It really is.
It's very personal because what I can buy, like as a white woman at a luxury brand, I can go to any beauty counter and find my shade. Yeah. Literally any counter, I'll know exactly where it is. I can go to the drugstore and find any shade. I can find any color that will show up on my skin for blush or eyeshadow or, eyeliner, whatever the product is. There are a lot of things out there for people who look like me. But on the other hand, the beauty industry is like so far behind when it comes to inclusive shades. Even when brands are saying like, oh yeah, we're going to add new shades, and they add like 10 new pale shades and like 2 darker shades. Like there's not a one-to-one. So I think some products where you're like, oh yeah, that's much better when you get it luxury. The luxury brands don't have what the drugstore has currently, in my opinion. And then it gets even, worse when you go to brands that are trying to be like sustainable or what they're calling clean beauty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have even fewer options for brown and black shades.
Yes. Yes. It's all like smaller. But when you have bigger brands like Maybelline or L'Oreal, like we talked about last time, L'Oreal and Estee Lauder own almost every, makeup company that's out there, that's at the department stores and the drugstores. So they have more shades in a drugstore than you would find at a department store.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then if you're not a white woman, it's just hard to find your shade at all, much less having a choice between high-end, low-end, affordable, a splurge, and what kind of brand I want to buy from.
Yeah. And then accessibility comes into factor. Yeah. Class, all of those things. Like it's crazy too that like certain brands, like how everything's owned by L'Oreal or Estee Lauder, that a brand could make something that was $70, but then also make something at that's $7. And it's like, why can't there be some sort of middle ground there? Why does it have to be really high this way or really low this way? But I just think like whatever you can afford and whatever's in your shade is the best makeup you can get.
And I think like a lot with the high-end stuff, I know we were talking about packaging and how like we get excited by pretty things, but I think a lot of the high-end stuff, you're almost, not all of them, like some has whatever ingredients that they do have, but a lot of things that we don't realize with packaging is that you're paying for that packaging as well.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hidden. Or it's like when you buy a bag of chips at the grocery store and you open it up and it's only half full.
Yeah.
Well, if something's really big packaging and only 1.7 fluid ounces,
that you got to pay attention.
You're paying for something, and it's not the makeup that's in there.
Yeah.
It's for that packaging.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think just whatever you can afford is the best makeup that you can get.
Yeah. But I get swayed by the cover of the book because I'm not as well versed as what's in the book. So I'm like, oh no, that one looks really pretty.
And that's what they hope for.
Yeah. They did it. They marketed it to me.
Yeah. They were like, we did it. The PR team was like, yes,
we got her.
We got her.
Yeah, but now I have Becky.
Yeah. And I also think if you're going to, whether it's department store, drugstore, whatever, you can always return makeup, which is great. But just know when you do return things like that, it just is thrown in the garbage. Nobody is reusing that.
Actually, I do like this. When you return stuff to Glossier, they're like, we can't accept that. Here's your money back. Please give it to a friend who would enjoy it.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's nice.
Really
So I've
nice.
returned several shades of things that I was like, was not right. And
Yeah. So asking for samples once we're in this, post-COVID world where we can have samples again.
Right.
You know,
I only buy
it's-
things online. You're taking a big wild guess.
Yeah. So just know that, try and get samples, try and try out a bunch of stuff, but don't try too many things at once. Pick if you're going to revamp your whole makeup, same with skincare, just start with the one thing and find the one thing that you love. Like Ariel, you love that Clé de Peau concealer. If you got a foundation that you then matched with it and it didn't work out, you're going to start thinking there's something wrong with your concealer. There's something wrong with, but no, stick with the stuff that you love and then build from there.
I recently switched my sunscreen and I started breaking out a ton on the bottoms of my cheeks. And I was like, oh, got to go back to square one. And sure enough, my skin's clearing up again.
It was the sunscreen.
It was the sunscreen, but thank God that I was using just the sunscreen at once.
That's all I can afford anyways. It's also expensive. Just buy one thing. That makes a lot of sense.
Guys, look at sales. All these places have sales. Sephora's got sale a lot. Check those out. And then check with your friends. I find a ton of stuff through asking you guys, what are you using? What's that?
I just follow
What's this?
Becky on Instagram.
Listen,
and I get whatever she has.
I'm about to buy a blighter. That's my next purchase, guys.
I got the Ilia serum sunscreen.
I got that from Instagram.
Yeah, I got it because Becky had it on her Instagram, and I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
It's very good if you are fair skinned.
Yes, because it has
so
the-
they did
the
the
white-
same thing of we're gonna expand our shades, and then they expanded by adding 6 more
white
light
pale
shades and added 2
Yeah.
darker shades.
That's messed up,
Yeah.
Ilya. Are you listening?
But I got
We're
that
looking at you.
and the Kosas tinted face oil at the same time. And I was using them both on alternating days, and the Ilia just rose to the
above.
top. It really did. I think I'll probably use the Kosas in the winter when I need the oil more.
Yeah.
But
It does stick to dry patches a little bit, I found with that one, especially. So you just want to make sure you're hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did Ilya's marketing campaign where they had a mom and a daughter getting ready together, so you could see the makeup on someone young and gorgeous and someone old and gorgeous. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
I was like, I can see myself both ways here.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. For makeup.
I feel like we could just keep going.
Listen, next step is for me to just present everything I have to Becky and for her to work with me and a Sephora shopping cart to
We'll just do
upgrade,
exactly what we
fix.
did with my mom. Where it's just
do a consult.
okay, so this is how you use this, and you should probably get this kind of product. I mean, she still talks about it. She still talks about
That's so sweet.
she has brow gel that she had never ever used before. She'd never done anything on her brows except pencil, and so huge.
Love it. Love it.
We're all glowing up.
Yes, perfect. And if you're at home listening and, use what you have before you buy new stuff. That's also a good sort of rule of thumb. Use what you got. Maybe try and use it in a different way. If you have a lipstick that you like, try and use it on your cheeks. Try and, I don't know.
French.
You could use it on your eyes, maybe. Make sure there's no, I think it's Lake 9, Lake 7.
Yeah.
There's some pigment that they add in red, specifically dark red lipstick that should not go by your eyes.
Okay.
Should
Good to
not.
know.
It's
Good to know.
red Lake 7 or something like that, but it can go everywhere else.
Okay.
But guys, make sure you are following and subscribing to this podcast and rating and reviewing.
Yeah, that helps us.
Yeah, and then send us your questions, comments, concerns to youcansitwithUspod@gmail.com.
We should do a question episode soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Send us your questions about anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
We'll just call it questions.
Yeah.
Questions. You ask, we answer.
Yeah, easy.
So we can all be together on the internet.
And we can all sit together.
Ah.
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.